What is up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, back at with another video, and this time we'll be doing our Week 16 predictions. And also, don't forget that Christmas is going to be here tomorrow, so we're going to get through these predictions. So before I get to them, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see who you think is going to win this week. So let's get started. Last week I went 12-4. Okay, I chose the Niners to win 27-24, and they lost 20-17, which that's okay. But anyways, we're gonna get things started. All right, this first game we have the Cleveland Browns versus the Green Bay Packers. So Packers are -7.5. But you know what? When I look at this matchup, I mean, this game is almost like an either way type of game because here's the thing. Now, the Browns defense played really well last week, but they didn't really do enough to win though. But even though the game was a little sloppy though. So yeah, and also the Packers defense really has been playing their best. So yeah. And while the Browns defense is a little bit inconsistent, at least it's been playing really good recently. But you know what? I kind of feel like that the Browns defense could really get tough on the Packers offense because the Browns secondary is loaded with a lot of cornerbacks. So maybe it'll be really, really helpful. Maybe they can put Denzel Ward maybe on Devontae Adams and maybe Greg Newsome, maybe on Allen Lazard, and maybe put somebody on Randall Cobb, maybe put Troy Hill, but I don't know. But I don't even know who John Johnson's going to cover, so that's a question. Because I don't really know they have somebody to replace Tanya, which that's the case. So yeah, because he's really special, tight end for the target. He's a special target for them. But you know what? I think with the Packers defense being good, I think they can find a way to slow down the running game and probably slow down Nick Chubb and like keep them out of the red zone, all that. And also Baker Mayfield will be playing this week, so yeah, that's really good news to hear. But you know what? I think this game right here is going to be very close because you know it could be high scoring, it could be a defensive game, but I don't really know. But you know what? Some teams always struggle against the Packers offense because Devontae Adams is just special and he's very unstoppable with catches and stuff. And Aaron Rodgers is very unstoppable getting rid of the ball. But you know what? This could be a bad matchup for Green Bay for both teams. But you know what? Green Bay has a really good secondary. So I'd say maybe they can at least put some of their cornerbacks maybe on like Jarvis Landry or maybe Donovan Peoples-Jones. And maybe put Adrian Amos or Darnell Savage on David Njoku, or maybe you can put them on Austin Hooper. So yeah, so I think this game is gonna be very close, but you know what? I'm gonna have to go with the Packers here because the Packers are at home. They're the better team. They have the better quarterback, and I think they have the better coach. So yeah, I got the Packers winning 31-26. So I'm keeping them like in like a 4 or 5 point game. So yeah. So I think the Browns offensively are gonna do better a little bit. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the Packers to win, but I will take the points though with the Browns. Because I think they could keep it close though. I mean, as long as Baker doesn't play bad, I think they keep it close. So yeah, give me the Browns to cover and give me the Packers to win and also to fight for that number 1 seed. All right, next game we have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are -1 point. Ooh, they're favored by like a point. All right, this game can go either way though, because when I look at the matchup, it can go either way. Now, the Colts have a really good, solid offensive line, though. And they have a really good defensive line, which their defense had played really well against the Patriots. Because I like what they did. Like, they blocked the field goal and kept them out of the red zone. What they did, they ran all over the Patriots defense. We can see them do it again versus the Cardinals, because here's the thing about the Cardinals' run defense. The Cardinals' run defense has been a little bit inconsistent, though, which they've been doing a good job slowing down the run game. But you know what? This could be a bad matchup for Arizona, because the Cardinals' offensive line is very inconsistent, and plus they are like on a losing streak. They lost 2 straight games, and they're starting to collapse a little bit, which that's kind of bad news. That's kind of bad to see Arizona doing it. But you know what? Indy is fighting for a playoff spot, and Arizona is fighting to get back on track so they can clinch a playoff spot. So yeah. But you know what? Both teams, both of their secondaries are a little sketchy, though. Because here's the thing. The Cardinals' defense has been really the best since like week 1. But you know what? They also got Chandler Jones, David Collins, but their interior pass rush is a little concerning without J.J. Watt. So I think the linebacking core can do a good job slowing down the run. And plus, their secondary is their secondary is really not that bad, though. So I think they can find a way to maybe contain Carson Wentz and probably like cover the Colts receivers. Because Carson Wentz, he's really not an aggressive thrower. Like, he's not an aggressive downfield thrower. So I think Vance Joseph's defense might do a good job, getting in coverage this game. And plus, I think the Colts, their secondary is not that good. So I think that can allow the Cardinals offense with Kyler Murray to have time, and he can go off a little bit. Like AJ Green, Christian Kirk, Rondell Moore, and Zach Ertz, I think they're going to be too much. But you know what? I feel like without DeAndre Hopkins, I still think they can pass the ball on them, and I still think they can be able to win, because they were able to do that last time. But you know what? Since this game is in Arizona, if this game was in Indianapolis, I would switch sides. But you know what? I'm going to go with the home team, Arizona, to bounce back and get this win here. And I have the Cardinals winning 26-24. I think it's going to be a little bit of a defensive game, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was. I just kind of feel like the Cardinals have the better quarterback. They're at home. So, yeah. That's just pretty much why. So, I'm going to take the Cardinals to win, but I will take the points, though. So, I think they can keep it close, though. So, I'm going to probably say Colts probably cover the points, and maybe Arizona wins the game. But I wouldn't be shocked if it was a shootout, though. But I just think the Colts are going to pull it out. I think the Cardinals are going to pull it off this time, so they can avoid a 3-game losing streak. So give me the Colts to cover and the Cardinals to win the game. Hopefully Kyler Murray has a good game this week, because last week the Kyler Murray did not look really good. And plus the defense did not look great either. But I think it's going to look better this game. So yeah. All right, next game we have the Detroit Lions versus the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are favored by 5.5. Now I'm going to keep this one short, though, because here's the thing. This team can go either way, though, because here's the thing. The Lions offensively and defensively played really well, though, last week. They were able to attack the Cardinals. Jared Goff had a good game. Dan Campbell play calling worked. But you know what? We could really see the Lions do it again, though, because they're starting to play with heart. While, Atlanta, But, we can really see this game going either way, though. But you know what? The Lions don't have a great defense. So I think Matt Ryan might have a big game though, because they have Kyle Pitts, and I don't know about Calvin really. I haven't got a report from him, but I think the Falcons will still be able to pass the ball though. So I feel like Kyle Pitts might have a good game. So yeah, because he could. I feel like he's going to be the factor to this game. But you know what? We could really see the Lions offense run over the Falcons D line because their D line is not good. So I think DeAndre Swift can go off a little bit. But you know what? Since this game is in Atlanta, I'm probably gonna go with the Falcons to win this game, 24-20. I in a low scoring game. I mean, I just feel like it might be a little bit of a defensive game, but yeah, I don't really know. But I could really change my mind on that. So I'm gonna take Atlanta. I just feel like Atlanta, they have the better quarterback. They have the better bounce on offense. They're at home, and then plus, I think they have the better coaching staff. So I'm gonna take the Falcons to win, but I'll also take the Falcons. I mean, I'll take the 5.5 though, with Detroit. So I'm gonna say Detroit does cover this game, but I say Atlanta wins by 4 points or maybe by a field goal. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincy's favored by 2.5. Now, this game right here can barely go either way, though, because both of these two teams are fighting to get in first place. But I'm calling it my trap game of the week because I just really feel like that, we don't really know if Lamar is going to be able to play. Because if Lamar is going to play, I mean, I can barely take the Ravens to win. But if he does not play, I might take the Bengals because the Bengals are very consistent on both sides of the ball. I mean, when you look at that last time when these two teams play, I mean, Joe Burrow was able to make big time plays down the field, and plus their offense was able to thrive. So yeah, we can see that doing again though. But you know what? At least since he barely won last week. At least, the reason why it was a low scoring game because it was defensive. We can see this defensive game too because. But you know what? I'm presuming that Lamar's gonna play in this game, but I don't really know yet. But you know what? The Ravens, the Ravens secondary is starting to look shaky because of their injuries they have. Because I feel like without Marlon Humphrey, I feel like the Ravens secondary will get a little bit worse but we can really see Jamar Chase and those receivers, T. Higgins, and those weapons on offense have a big game. We can see them really at least go off against this Ravens secondary. So they can really give the Ravens defense some problems. So yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna say Lamar does play in this game. But I think it's gonna be close this time. So yeah. So by the way, I know it's in Cincinnati though, and I hate to say Cincinnati is gonna beat them twice. But I'm actually gonna go with the Ravens here. I'm gonna say Ravens win 30-26. I just kind of really feel like that, like whoever wins this game is gonna get first place in the AFC North. I just kind of feel like the Ravens. I mean, they have been up and down lately, but I just felt like the Ravens need this win if they really want to win a division, get the division crown. So yeah. So I just kind of really feel like the Ravens are just a better team. I mean, they're both similar though, but I just feel like Lamar's a better quarterback, and plus they have a better coach. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the Ravens to win, but I'm gonna take the points though with Cincy because I think Cincy's offense might do enough to move the ball against Baltimore. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the Bengals to cover the points, but I will take the Ravens to win the game. And I'm hoping Lamar plays this week. Next game, we have the LA Rams versus the Minnesota Vikings. The Rams are favored by 3. Now, this game can barely go either way, though, because both these two teams are very talented, though. Now, when I look at the Vikings offense barely didn't play that great versus the Bears last week. I mean, Kirk Cousins didn't really throw the ball for like over 100 yards. I mean, yeah, because they've been running the ball a lot. Defensively, they play really well. They play really well. So yeah, they were able to slow down Fields. They were able to stop the contain Fields and all that. But we can really see them do this game versus the Rams too. But you know what? The Vikings pass defense has not been really good. And plus, the Rams, I feel like the Rams match up well with the Vikings really good. Because I feel like there's a bad matchup for Minnesota. Because here's the thing. The Vikings offensive line is very inconsistent. And plus, the Rams defensive line is very solid. And they can really, really get pressure and really give the Vikings run game a lot of issues. And plus, the Vikings pass defense is really not that great. Like, it's nothing special. And plus, the Rams, they got some really good playmakers on offense who can really give the Vikings defense a lot of problems. So, yeah. I mean, Patrick Peterson has not been looking great for I know they released Rashad Breeland, but Mackenzie Alexander, he looked it bad. He sucks. Yeah. But you know what? I think with the Ravens, with the pass defense of the I just really feel like that the Rams offense, I feel like they're gonna make explosive plays and try to make some drive and try to extend drives in this game. So yeah. So yeah, I just kind of feel like Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, OBJ. I mean, they're just going to be too much for the Vikings defense to handle it. So yeah, so they should be able. So Matthew Stafford should be able to go off. He should be able to have time and all that. So yeah, and they should be able to create play action. So yeah, but you know what? The Vikings offense is very consistent though, because they can really pass the ball on tough defenses. But you know what? It might be tough to pass on because the Rams secondary is very underrated and is really good. So maybe we can either put Jalen Ramsey maybe on Justin Jefferson or Adam Thielen if he's playing. And maybe we can put Darius Williams on one of them too, but I don't know. But I don't know about the Rams safety though. But you know what? Dalvin Cook is not going to play in this game, so the run game's not going to look good. So the Rams defensive line, their their defense should be able to slow them down and all that. So yeah, but I understand it's in Minnesota, but I just don't really think. But I feel like it's a bad matchup for the Vikings, though. But I think it's going to be super close and a high scoring. But Minnesota can barely pull off an upset. But nah, I just think I'm going with the Rams here to win this game because Rams are just a better team. They have the better coach. Yeah. So I got the Rams winning this game. But I'm going to take the points, though, with Minnesota because I think Kirk Cousins might have time, and I think he might play well against his defense. So, yeah, I feel like the Vikings might do enough offensively. But if Kirk Cousins plays, then I think it's going to – because I just got a report saying that Kirk Cousins is on the injury report. But if he plays, then I think they're going to keep this game close. But if he does not play, then I think this game's going to be a blowout. So, yeah. So, I got the Rams 34-30 with the Vikings win this game. So, yeah. So, I got Minnesota covering the points, but I also got the Rams winning this game. Next game, we have the Bills versus the New England Patriots. Patriots are favored by 2.5. Now this game can go either way though, because here's the thing. The Now, what I know what the Patriots defense did. I mean, here's the thing. Their defense has not looked at that well versus the Colts. I mean, Jonathan Taylor ran all over them, and plus Mac Jones did not look great in that game. I mean, the Colts defense. I mean, that Colts defense made Mac Jones look bad. So yeah, and plus Carson Wentz, he had time and all that. He had all day. So yeah. So we can really see, and also on the other hand, the Bills defense, I mean, they got back on track versus the Panthers. I mean, their defense played really well. The offense, it played really well against the Panthers. I mean, yeah. But you know what? This is an either way type game, but this might be a mismatch game, which this is a coin flip. But you know what? I think the Bills matchup well, the Patriots really good. Especially without their top corners, without Tre'Davious White, I think the Bills defense might get in coverage this game. So yeah, especially with a rookie quarterback playing against a great defense like Buffalo, I mean that's just a hard matchup for New England. So yeah, I think Buffalo's going to do a good job stopping the run, and I think they're going to contain the pass. But I remember that last game, the Patriots were running the ball so much, and plus the Bills defense didn't just struggle to stop the run, and also Mac Jones only had passed the ball for only 19 yards a game. So yeah, so they didn't really do much. But I feel like the Patriots might do more passing this game, but so yeah, but I think it's gonna be very close. But I know it's in New England, but I'm gonna take the Bills to win this game because I just kind of feel like the Bills are just a more complete team. They have the better quarterback. So yeah, so I think this Bills offense is gonna play well this game. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the Bills to win, but I will take the points though with the Patrons because I think the Patrons, I think they're gonna keep this game very close because the Patrons defense might give the Bills offense some trouble, and it could give the Bills defense some problems too. So yeah. So I'm probably gonna say that the Patrons do cover the 2.5, but I will take the Bills to win the game. All right, next game we have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus New York Jets. Now I made this pick'em game. Now the reason why I made this pick'em because look, I looked up something saying that the Jets are favored, but you know what? The spread was kind of disrespectful. Like I couldn't understand it, but I'm gonna change it right now and say New York Jets are favorite by 1. So yeah. So Jets are favored by 1. Now I call it a trap game for some reason. Now here's why. Now both these two teams sucked, and both these rookie quarterbacks are struggling. Now here's the point. Now last week the Jets defense did not play that bad. Especially they really played well, and they made Tua look bad. Which we can do the same thing too, because here's the thing. Now Jacksonville's offense is not as good, and plus their defense is not great at all. So yeah. So we can really see that the Jets defense. So yeah, but you know what? Both their offensive line are sketchy, and plus the Jags defensive line is not great. And plusly, you know what? I think the Jets have a better defense in this game, so they can really give Trevor Lawrence some issues. And I think they can find a way to slow down James Robinson because Jacksonville's offensive line is not good. So yeah, and plus their receiving core sucks. I think the Jets do have a better receiving core because they have Corey Davis and, of course, the rookie Elijah Mitchell. So I think those receivers are going to have a big game, though, against that Jag secondary, which is not great. So, yeah, I mean, Jacksonville has been struggling to score 20 and 30 points a game, though. But you know what? I really want to take Jacksonville, though. But you know what? I think this game right here can go either way. But I think like this game is going to be super close and low scoring. But I'm going to say the Jets win this game. The Jets win a defensive game 20-17. I mean, I just kind of feel like the Jets offense has more bounce to this. I mean, I feel like the Jets offense is just better because here's the thing. They have been struggling to score 20 points. But Jacksonville has, though. So, yeah. And plus, you know, I understand the Jets don't have a coach, so I don't know who their coach is, but I can barely take Jacksonville, but I'm taking New York because their offense is just more consistent than Jacksonville. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Jets to win this game, but I will take the points, though, with Jacksonville. Because I think Trevor Lawrence is going to try to play better this game. So, yeah. Because Jacksonville's offense is just not as great. But I think they might do enough to keep up with New York. So, yeah. So I'm going to take Jacksonville to cover the points, but I'll take the Jets to win the game. That's the worst game of the week. So, next game, we have the New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are favored by 10 points. Now, I'm going to keep this one short because here's the thing. Now, last time when these two teams played, I mean, this game was low scoring. Now, here's the thing. It was very defensive. Now, Jalen Hurts did not look great versus the Giants. I mean, the Giants' defense made him look bad. I mean, yeah, they forced a lot of turnovers in this game. So, yeah. But you know what? The Giants don't really have a quarterback, and I feel like that the Eagles offensively are more capable enough to move the ball against the Giants defense, which is not good. Which Philadelphia, they were able to move the ball against Washington. So, yeah. So, I can barely say so, yeah, but it's kind of tough to say who the Giants quarterback is. So, the Giants don't have much to play for because they're not going to make the playoffs, though. So, yeah. So, by the way, I'm going to take the Eagles to win this game 28-10. I just feel like the Eagles are the better team, and, they're getting closer to making the playoffs. And plus, they have the better quarterback and are at home, so, yeah. And plus, the coaching is better. So, yeah. So, I feel like that the Eagles' defense will play better this game. Especially their defense played really well last week. So, yeah. So, I'm going to at least take the Eagles. I'm going to take the Eagles to win, while I also take the Eagles to easily cover this game. All right, next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Carolina Panthers. Tampa Bay is favored by 10 points. Now, I'm going to keep this one short, though. Now, Tampa Bay on the other side, they had a lot of injuries, though, on offensively. Especially, hopefully AB should be back. So, yeah, especially Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are out for this game. At least Chris Godwin is out for the season, which that's kind of sad news. But you know what? I still think Tampa Bay can still score a lot of points in this game because you got AB and you got Rob Gronkowski. Especially their running back is going to be out for a bit of time, which that's kind of kind of tough news to say. And plus, they have and plus, they have a really great defense. Well, especially their defense did not play that bad versus Saints. I mean, here's the thing. They kept them out of the red zone. And plus, the Bucs offense, they had trouble scoring the game. Now here's the thing. The defense was the Saints defense made Tom Brady look terrible again. Like for real, they made him look terrible. I mean, the Saints defense really played an excellent job, and so yeah. So on the other hand, I feel like this game right here can go either way though, but I might take Carolina to take the upset because they're more healthier though, but I don't really care about it, so Panthers don't got much to play for because they're not gonna make the playoffs, They're not. While Tampa Bay is trying to fight to clinch a playoff spot, so yeah. So I'm gonna take the Bucs to win 34-17. But I wouldn't be shocked if this game was low scoring though. I just kind of feel like Tampa Bay is just a more complete team. They have a better quarterback and they have the better coach. So yeah. So I'm gonna take the Bucs to win, but I'll easily take the Bucs to cover because I just don't really think Cam Newton can do enough to keep pace. Like Cam Newton is carrying the team. The offense is carrying the team. The defense is now carrying the team. So yeah. So I'm gonna take Tampa Bay to win, and I'll also take Tampa Bay to cover. All right, next game we have the LA Chargers versus the Houston Texans. Chargers are favored by 10 points. I'm gonna keep this one short though. Now I look at this matchup though. When I look from last week about the Chargers, the Chargers offense didn't really look that bad against the Chiefs. They barely ran all over them until like the overtime. The defense really struggled. It's plus their defense played really well a little bit. So yeah, and also, Texans offense played really great against the Texans. Brandon Cooks on a COVID list, which he's a huge factor though. So yeah, especially the Chargers have a better offense and defense too. And plus the Texans offense and defense, they're not great at both sides of the ball. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the Chargers to win this game 35-10. The Texans defense is just not great against the run and the pass. So the Chargers should be able to pass the ball on them. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, they're just gonna have a big game, and plus Chargers have the better quarterback, and plus they have a better coach, and they're just the better team. So yeah, so I got the Chargers winning this game, and also easily having the Chargers covering. No question to that. All right, next game we have the Chicago Bears versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 6.5. Now I'm gonna keep this one a little bit short though. Now we already know that Justin Fields is ruled out for on Sunday's game, and Andy Dalton's not gonna play, so that means they're putting in Nick Foles in this game. Now Nick Foles is really not an aggressive downfield passer. Like he can't really complete a pass that well. Like he's not as good like he used to be. And plus, the Bears' pass defense, is not that great. So I think the Seahawks offense should be more capable, and they should be able to consistently pass the ball on them. Like, give the ball to DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, because I feel like they have a big game, and I feel like Russell Wilson's going to have some time. So, yeah. So I just kind of feel like the Seahawks weapons on offense they have is going to be too much for the Bears defense. So, but I think it's gonna be a little bit closer. But I think it's gonna be a little bit low scoring. But I'm gonna take the Seahawks to win this game, 26-20. I just kind of feel like Seattle is just a better team, and plus they have a better quarterback, they have a better coach. They're at home. I mean, yeah. So give me the Seahawks to win this game, but I also will take the 6.5 with Chicago because I think the Bears offense might play well in this game. So yeah, I think they're gonna be consistent. They should be able to be consistent enough offensively, and they should be able to score points. But I wouldn't be shocked if they blow them out. So yeah, so I got Seattle win this game for sure. I have the Bears covering and also have the Seahawks winning this game. So yeah, and plus also don't forget, Seattle's offense did not look really well versus the Rams. I mean, Rams defense made them look bad. So yeah, so I think Russell Wilson's gonna have a big game. So yeah, so give me the Bears to cover the points, but I take Seahawks to win the game. Next game, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 10. I just kind of feel like that this can go either way because here's the thing. Now, the Chiefs offense, now, it could go either way because I kind of feel like the Steelers defense match up well with the Chiefs really good. Now, here's the thing. Now, the Steelers defense didn't really not play that bad against the Titans. I mean, they did not play well in the first half, but the second half they really turned it. They really came back and won the game, like they fight for it, and they made Tannehill look bad. Be on the other side, the Chiefs. I mean their defense. They really struggled against their defense. Kind of looked bad versus the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers offense ran all over them, and plus the Chiefs, they were still able to win. But you know what? The bad news is that Kelsey and Tyreek Hill is on the COVID list. So that's kind of bad news to say. So I don't really know if the Chiefs offense is going to be able to do enough. But that could be the question, though. Because those are two of their best players on the team. But you know what? If they don't play on Sunday, I might take the Steelers because the Steelers are more healthier. But you know what? I kind of feel like the Chiefs offense is a little bit more consistent than the Steelers because here's the thing. The Steelers offensively struggle against tough teams. And plus the Chiefs defense, their offense sometimes struggles. The Chiefs offense has been struggling against great defenses like a lot. So, yeah. But you know what? Chris Jones, he should be back this week. So, I think the Chiefs defense should be able to play better this game. And plus their secondary is playing really good. So, yeah. So, they should be able to get in coverage this game. So, yeah, and plus I think that their pass rush, I think their defense is gonna slow down the running game since the Steelers' offensive line is nothing special. So yeah, but since it's in Arrowhead Stadium, I think this game right here is gonna be super close, and I think it's gonna be a little bit sloppy. But you know what? I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win this game 20-17. I just kind of feel like the Chiefs are just a better team. They have a better coach. They're at home, and plus, I just kind of feel like Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Big Ben. Big Ben, he's really not an aggressive downfield passer. So yeah. So I kind of feel like that the Chiefs defense will play better this game, and I kind of feel like their offense might. And I feel like their offense might thrive against the Steeler defense. So yeah, if they can really attack this Steeler defense, then I think they can win this game. But I think I'm gonna say Kansas City wins by a field goal. So I'm gonna say Kansas City wins this game, but I'll also take the points though with Pittsburgh because I feel like Pittsburgh's defense might make some plays, and I think they'll try to slow down the Chiefs' offense. So yeah, so I got the Steelers covering the points, but I got the Chiefs winning this game. All right, next game we have the Denver Broncos versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Now this game right here is a pick'em game. Now both teams are now 7-7 now. Now this can go either way because here's the thing. I mean, the Raiders last time, the Raiders really played. I mean, Derek Carr really played really well against this Broncos defense. They were able to attack this Denver defense, and they were able to just slow down the run game. But you know what? The Raiders' defense has been a little inconsistent, though. And plus, their defense played really well, slowing down the run. And plus, Derek Carr really, really had time in that game versus the Browns. But you know what? The Broncos, on paper, but here's the thing. Their defense played really well against the Bengals until they collapsed, and then Teddy B got hurt, and they weren't still able to win. Now here's the thing. Now this game can go either way though, but you know what? I want to go with Denver though, but since Teddy B is hurt, I mean, I feel like this game. I mean, Denver could barely win this game with Drew Lock, but I just don't have a lot of faith in Drew Lock. I mean, Drew Lock, he's really not an aggressive downfield passer. Like, he can't really complete a pass that good. But you know what? Since Teddy B is not playing this game, I'm going to take the Raiders to win this game 26-23. I mean, the Raiders have the better quarterback. They're at home. I mean, no question of that. And plus, I feel like the Raiders should be able to move the ball consistently against this Broncos run defense, which is not great. So they should be able to have time. So I'm going to take the Raiders to win, but I'll also take the Broncos to cover because I feel like Denver is going to cover this game. Like, for real. I just don't know why. I feel like they're going to cover this game. I feel like they might run over this Raiders defense, and I feel like the defense could give Derek Carr a tough time. So, yeah. So, I got the Broncos covering, but I also got the Raiders winning this game. Next game, we have the Washington football team versus the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 10.5. Now, I'm going to keep this one a little short. Now, when I look at Washington, I mean, Washington's defense did not look that bad versus Philly until they looked at bad in the fourth quarter, though. Because here's the thing. I mean, their offense was very inconsistent in that game. So, yeah. And the game plan, I mean, the game plan did not work for them. So, yeah. But you know what? The good news is that Taylor Heineke is off the COVID list. So, yeah. So, that can really allow the Cowboys offense. So, that can really allow Washington maybe have a chance to win this game, but I don't know. But you know what? I kind of feel like Washington may not have much to play for because unless they beat the Cowboys, because here's the thing. Washington's probably not going to be in the playoffs this year because, they have taken a step back due to the quarterback position. And plus with their defense not playing well. But you know what? What on the other side, what the Cowboys can do, I feel like the Cowboys defense has been the best since like week 1. But you know what? I think the Cowboys defense is very consistent and they should be able to slow down the run game. They should be able to at least get in coverage. And plus, I think the offense should move the ball. They should be able to attack this Washington secondary, which is not really great. So, yeah. So, this game can go. So, yeah. So, I wouldn't be shocked this game was close, though. But, you know what? Since I don't really trust. Since Washington's kind of kind of taking a little bit of a step back this year because they're very inconsistent on both sides of the ball, and Ron Rivera's game plan is not working very well. But I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to win, 31-17. I just kind of feel like the Cowboys are just a more complete team. They have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. They're at home. I mean, yeah, and plus they have a better offensive line and better defensive line. Plus their defense is playing much better than Washington's. So, yeah. So, I'm going to take the Cowboys to win this game, but in terms of the points, I might take Washington to cover, but I wouldn't be shocked if Washington covers. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say the Cowboys cover this game. So, I'm going to say Cowboys win and Cowboys cover. All right, next game, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the New Orleans Saints. Now, I believe this game right here, I don't know who's favorite. I think it says non-spread. I feel like this is a non-spread of this game. But I call it a trap game for some reason. Now, here's why. This game can go either way, though, because here's the thing. Now, we heard the news that the Saints quarterbacks with Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill is on the COVID list. So, which they're going to be able to start Ian Book, which that's kind of very surprising. On the other hand, the Dolphins' offense did not look that well versus the Jets until they really came back and won. But we can really see this defense give the Saints offense some issues, though, because Brian Flores' schemes are really good. So, yeah. And plus the Dolphins defense can really find a way to slow down Kamara. But you know what? The Saints have a really good offensive line that can really come like play well against this Dolphins D line, which that can put their defense in a bad position. So yeah. On the other hand, the Saints defensive line is very solid. I mean during that Bucs game, they really made Tom Brady look bad because they were able to keep them out of the red zone. They was able to stop the run. They were able to contain the passing game. So, yeah. But you know what? I kind of feel like this is a bad matchup for Miami because here's the thing. The Dolphins' offensive line is not that good. And plus, the Saints' D line is solid. I just think that the Saints' D line is going to give Tua some fits and all that. And plus, the Dolphins' run game is not that good. And plus, the Saints' defensive line, they should be able to at least slow down the running game. And plus, their secondary is solid. So maybe they could be able to get in coverage this game. So maybe we can put Marshawn Lattimore on Jalen Waddle and probably put, I don't know who's the other cornerback. So yeah, and plus we can really put who can cover Devontae Adams. So yeah. We can put Bradley Wolby on him. And plus, we can probably put Marcus Williams maybe on Mike Krzyzewski. So yeah. But you know what? Dolphins could have the quarterback advantage in this game. But I don't know. But I kind of called it a track game for some reason, but I don't know. But I feel like the game is going to go either way at some point. But you know what? But you know what? I feel like this game right here can go either way, though, because both these two teams, Saints don't really have a franchise quarterback, though. And plus, the Saints don't have a lot of good weapons on offense. Like, their receivers stink. And plus, Marquise Callaway had a really good game last week. He was looking good. Traquan Smith, I don't know where he's at, but he looked it kind of bad. But you know what? I think this game right here is going to be super close, and I think it's going to be low scoring in this game. But we can really see Miami pull it off this time because they have the quarterback advantage. But you know what? I feel like New Orleans is a tough place to play at though, and plus the Dolphins don't really match up well. The Saints really good, so I'm gonna take the Saints to win this game. I'm gonna take the Saints to win in a low-scoring defensive game, 19-16. I mean, I just kind of feel like if the Dolphins have the ball, like say if this was the fourth quarter and it was 10 seconds left on the clock and it was fourth down and one and then go for it, I think that I think Miami's gonna come up short, and I think the Saints defense is gonna step up this game. But you know what? I don't really know if the passing attack is gonna be able to do enough to at least attack this Dolphins secondary. Plus, the Dolphins corners, I mean, their corners are solid. So yeah, but I think the Saints defense might do enough in this game, but I don't know about the offense though. But I think they'll do much to run the ball, but yeah. Because I don't really know how good Ian Book is going to be, so yeah. So I'm going to take the Saints to win this game, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take the Dolphins to cover so they can keep it close, because I feel like Tua is gonna probably thrive against this Saints defense, and guys might be open, so yeah. So they're both 7-7, so which that's really good, and they're both fighting for a playoff spot. So yeah, so give me the Dolphins to cover and the Saints to win this game. All right, guys, that's all my Week 16 picks for this week. And also, I want to tell you guys Merry Christmas and also a Happy New Year too. Well, I can't wait to watch the games for tomorrow, which that's going to be fun. And also, I'm going to be spending Christmas time with my family and all that. So, and getting some gifts. So yeah, so I haven't really wrapped my present yet, but I'm really gonna do them soon. I'm gonna at least do them in a little bit. So yeah. All right, guys. That's all my Week 16 predictions, and also, well, that's all my predictions for Week 16. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and don't forget, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below of what you think your predictions are for Week 16. Well, it's Emmanuel Jones from the Big Fan. Thank you for watching. And also, I want to tell you again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, peace.